Okay, so we are making tiramisu. Now, we have ladyfingers in the oven, and we also have some backup ladyfingers in case those don't work. If you want to see why I have backup ladyfingers, check out our what not to do when making homemade ladyfingers attempts 1 and 2. Now we're gonna get started. I went ahead and made some coffee, espresso, extra strength, and I've been letting that cool. And all right, we're gonna get started now. A lot of tiramisu, there's a little bit of liqueur, either Kahlua or coffee, some kind of coffee liqueur, rum, sweet wine, amaretto. I happen to have amaretto on hand, so that's what we're using. All right, so we need 6 egg yolks. So we're gonna go ahead and separate those out. All right, so we have 6 egg yolks and sugar. Now this is supposed to go in our double broiler. All right, so this is my double broiler. Essentially what this is gonna do is probably burn the crap out of me several times. It keeps your ingredients from burning. This is a very ineffective way to use a double broiler, but it works if you don't have a double broiler. So what we're trying to do is get this sugar to dissolve and incorporate with the egg without actually cooking the egg. So we're just gonna keep beating this. It says 10 minutes. So I'm basically not gonna be able to move my arm or shoulder. Yeah, I'm at like minute not 1, and my arm is like cramping. Wow, my forearm is burning. So you don't want this boiling over. You just want that water to stay hot and give you a good constant temp underneath your bowl. I'm like 3 minutes in here, guys. This is like Survivor here. Can you make it? I wish I could do this with my left hand. That's really difficult. Being ambidextrous would really be beneficial right about now. All right, so that's starting to really get kind of a nice consistency going there. All right, guys, 9 minutes. Yeah, I think that I did steps 1 and 2 together. Well, it says reduce heat to low and cook, stirring constantly, not whisking constantly. Well, it says whip until it's thick and lemon colored. Yeah, if you want to skip the step 2 and build tone biceps and shoulders, just whisk it for 10 minutes like a freaking boss. So let's check this out and see if it's grainy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The pepper sprayed it. That was, well, shoot. All right, so when you're whipping cream, and you look away, you're not paying attention, and you look back, and it's starting to separate, there's no fix. You made butter now. For more detailed instructions, maybe not more detailed, basically the same instructions, but if you wanna see it again, check out the biscuits and homemade butter and technically preserved. So we have now made butter, which we do not need for tiramisu. Again, do not add that to your tiramisu. All right, so you're supposed to just fold it in so it's basically fluffy. Okay, so we're gonna just So last time I did this, I like soaked them, and whoa no, like the bottom was just soggy. Okay, so ink. So this one's obviously gonna be a little puffier, but that's okay. So I am literally just dropping these in and pulling them out. All right, so I'm gonna scoop this in. I'm gonna have this thing busting out of this pan. Now we may see, that's pretty spongy. And I mean, I am literally just dropping this in for 30 seconds here. Nope, not 30. Yep. Well, it looks like my cream broke. Like you can see it. We're just gonna have to see what happens. We're gonna wait until we take it out of the fridge to add the cocoa powder, and then I'm gonna do some research on why my custard broke on me. So, all right, stay tuned. And we'll, well, not stay tuned because it's gonna go straight into that. But whatevs. Okay, so we're gonna try this tiramisu, and it looks a little grainy, but I think it's still gonna taste okay. So the recipe says that you need to dust it with cocoa about an hour prior to tasting, not tasting, eating, so that you don't fly into a coughing fit, which makes a lot of sense because I have experienced the said coughing fit. So here we go. We're gonna, well, shoot. Okay. What helps is if you have the right equipment. So this is technically not a fine mesh sieve. This is actually something different than that. So you want to do it early so it has time to kind of settle and absorb. I don't know if I'm going to be able to lift this out of here. I'm supposed to be able to lift this out, but I think it's kind of jammed in there pretty good. Okay, here we go. We just got to slowly but surely pop that suction on it. There we go. All right. Whew. I don't know, for effect, right? It's supposed to like, there we go. See, that looks so much better with the saran wrap on the sides. All right, so let's remember. So remember we had, of course you remember because you're watching this like all at the same time, not 48 hours later. So we have one side. See, you're gonna not be able to tell the difference between the store-bought and the homemade because my ladyfinger sure is so fabulous here. I bet you if we just cut into this, we will probably be able to tell. Here we go. Well, it's cutting through nicely. And you know, the first time I made tiramisu, the whole 1, 2, 3 soak on the ladyfingers is too much because you got to eat your tiramisu and drink your espresso at the same time because it was so kind of soupy at the bottom. So hopefully we will not be doing that this time. It doesn't look like we will. It looks pretty absorbed down there. Honestly, the consistency feels pretty good, but we shall see. Here we go. That looks pretty. It looked fabulous until I dropped it. Dadgummit. Okay, that's all right. See, look. We'll just fix it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. See, look, you can't even tell. So let's try this out. I'm excited now because it actually looks pretty good. I mean, that's just good. Okay, so the homemade is much more soggy because the ladyfingers were so soft. And I think that's why most of the directions are going to recommend the crunchier cookie versus the soggier cookie. These held their form a little bit better and didn't soak completely through because they were thicker and they were crunchy, where this one, the ladyfinger's really wet. It doesn't have a bad flavor. It almost absorbed a lot more of the amaretto. So you can kind of almost taste that lingering. It's not bad, it's just that aftertaste is a little intense. This one's much better, so that means that we gotta make better ladyfingers, because I bet you homemade, good, crunchy ladyfingers with this tiramisu would be a winner. So I think that's it, or I'm just gonna like keep eating this because it's really good.
Cut.
No.
That's the best apology video yet.
You need to invent a cooling fan to go on me. So that sugar is really starting to cling onto the bowl. Cling on. What is that from? Star Wars? It gets a little saucy. Get that sauce on your phone. If you're going to, make sure your phone is waterproof.
I can't wait to taste it.
Apparently we have the giggle. the
You need a laugh track? We got you tonight.
Yeah. We don't need to cue the giggles. There we go. Look, it's art. See? It's art. Is that art? Okay.